Hello, everyone, and welcome to Flexpipe webinar Flexpipe 101. My name is Heath Heine. I'm an account manager here at Flexpipe and based out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Before we start today, just a quick note. This will be recorded and will be made available on our YouTube channel at the conclusion of the webinar. A little bit about myself. In 2015, I joined Flexpipe, where I've been fortunate to work for a company that stands out not only for its high quality products, but also for its exceptional people and the services we provide every day. Over the last 10 years, Flexpipe has been a true blessing to me and my family, offering both professional growth and personal fulfillment. Today's webinar will be presented by Jason McCullough. Jason's been with Flexpipe since 2014 and is in Midland, Texas as our Senior Manager of Field Operations for North America. He's married with 3 children, and before Flexpipe, Jason spent 13 years working for DuPont in the agricultural sector, working in field operations, safety, and productivity improvement. We encourage all listeners today to actively participate in today's webinar. So please use the Q&A panel on the right side of your screen, share your thoughts, and engage with our speakers. Any questions that are asked will be addressed at the end of the webinar during the Q&A section. So without further delay, Jason, take it away.
Hey, thank you, Heath. I appreciate the introduction. As he said, my name is Jason McCullough. I'm the Senior Manager for North American Field Operations for Flexpipe. And today I have the pleasure to speak with you about Flexpipe, our products, and their benefits. So start off with safety. Flexpipe is committed to the safety of our employees, customers, and contractors. Everything we do starts with safety and quality. This starts all the way with our CEO, Mike Reeves, and continues down to the shop floor. This isn't just a phrase, but this is something that our employees live by every single day. All of our employees, when they're out in the field, conduct JSAs before every job. They also perform behavioral-based safety assessments while on the job, and they also practice stop work authority when necessary. So we'll talk a little bit about our products. We have 3 product offerings. Our first one is our Flexpipe. It's offered in 2 through 6 inch diameter. This product is an operating temperature of 140 degrees, and you can get this in pressure ratings from 300 to 1500 psi. Our next offering is our Flexpipe HT. This product is also offered in 2 through 6 inch diameter. This product has an operating temperature of 180 degrees Fahrenheit. This product is offered in a 750 to a 1500 psi range. Our last offering is our FlexCord, and this is our highest pressure rated product, and it's rated up to 2,250 psi. The reinforced material in this one is a high strength steel cord. It's offered in 3 and 4 inch diameter, and its operating temperature is up to 140 degrees. So moving on to talking about our fittings. We have 3 different fitting types that we offer. We have a pipe-to-pipe coupling, a flanged end fitting, and a well neck fitting. The pipe-to-pipe coupling is used to connect 2 reels or 2 pieces of flex pipe together. The flanged end fitting, it's a lap joint flanges. They're free to spin, so when the bolts are tightened up, it allows for easy connection without stressing any existing flanges. And the last one is the well neck fitting. This one is used to connect an existing steel pipeline to a flex pipe pipeline. And these are available in ENC or electroless nickel coating, or available in duplex stainless steel. So our fittings are designed in they're designed and tested in accordance with our industry standards. This includes NACE MR0175, CSA Z662, or for all my brethren and sister north of the border, CSA Z662, and also API 15S. Our fittings take around 15 to 50 minutes. Around 20 to 50 minutes to connect per coupling, and that depends on the size. So next we'll watch a little video. So trucks can haul anywhere from 2 to 6 reels, depending on the pipe size. Our 2 through 5 inch pipe is on a 12-foot diameter reel, and our 6-inch offering is on a 14-foot diameter reel. Reels can be unloaded with the appropriate weight rated crane, track hoe, or forklift as long as the forks are long enough. We offer a couple of different types of deployment methods. One of them is the deployment trailer. This can be pulled behind a 3/4 ton pickup or other piece of equipment. We also offer stationary A-frames, and these can be deployed with a vehicle as well, or another piece of equipment such as a track hoe or a backhoe. Each one of our technicians have their own crimp kit that they'll bring to location, and these crimp kits have 4 major components. There's the power pack unit, the press, the crimper, and the remote valve. We talked about the 3 different types of fittings that we have: the couplings, the flanges, and the well necks. Our fittings are designed in such a way that once it's inserted, the pipe does not pull away from the sleeve after the fitting procedure has been completed. Prior to pressing, we put 2 lines on the pipe. One of them is so that the clamp does not interfere with the mandrel. The mandrel sticks out just a little bit further than the sleeve, and we want to make sure that it stays away, that the clamp stays away. The second line is our press line, and we want to make sure that that line is not over inserted into the press. So once the pipe is inserted, the press is disconnected and connected to the power pack and the remote valve. A 4-inch fitting will take 4 crimps. Once that fitting is crimped, it'll be wrapped with 2 different types of tape, and at that time it's ready to be bolted up to the other flange or to the riser. So moving on, we started off in 2001, and composites and Flexpipe have come a long way from where we began. Our first Flexpipe install was in 2003, and since then we've installed 50,000 kilometers of pipe, which is enough to wrap around the entire world. We currently have over 88 million feet of pipe in the ground in the U.S. And our patented composite products are world class, and they're used in various markets and environments around the world. We have installations in over 22 countries around the world, and Flexpipe has combined over 200 years of composite engineering experience and over 100 years of field technician experience. So where can you find us? We have locations throughout Canada and the US in high operating areas, which makes it convenient for operators. This includes our manufacturing plant in Calgary, as well as our brand new state-of-the-art facility in Dallas, Texas that was commissioned in 2024. So what is our pipe used for? Mostly our pipe is used for oil, gas, and water, and we do have a few other applications that we're being used for. For oil, we're looking at crude oil and emulsions, H2S, zero flaring. Water, source water, disposal lines, water injection, water transfer. For gas distribution, fuel and lift gas lines, hydrogen and helium, 100% CO2, and biogas. Some of the other applications we've been used for mining slurry, diesel and refined chemicals. We've also used for rehabilitation liner pulls. This has become quite popular over the past several years, where we can take our pipe and pull through an existing failed steel line. We're also used on surface lines as well as temporary bypass lines. For deployment methods, trenching is the most common installation method that's used for spoolable composites. Basically, the installation can go just about as fast as the ditch can be opened up. Next popular one is surface lines. And this is due to the low cost and the short time required to install the pipeline. And it is possible to deploy up to 25 to 50% faster than steel. Plowing and chain ditching are also very successful, especially in areas with little pipeline infrastructure. This is due to low impact and the installation pace. As you can see in these photos, there are little right-of-ways required for these methods, and it's possible to install up to 2,000 to 4,000 meters a day in this manner. Horizontal directional drilling or boring has typically been used for road or terrain crossings, but it has become the preferred method for some users due to the minimal environmental impact. In most applications, it's reasonable to pull 2 full reels of pipe to an existing line, and in some instances, we've achieved even longer. So benefits of FlexPipe. Lower life cycle costs for the total life of the pipe. This includes installation and operational. This is compared to steel. HDPE, or high density polyethylene, is resistant to corrosion, has a very low coefficient of friction, and so there's a lot less abrasion. Our spoolable pipe comes in long lengths, therefore you're using less connections, and fittings are fast to install and repeatable. Our pipe provides industry-leading reliability and very robust testing. We follow all industry standards, and we also offer a digital solution to keep track of your installations and your product inventory. We train contractors, and our team provides support through the entire installation process, from starting with the account managers to the project coordinators, application engineers, field technicians, and our employees at our local service centers around the country. Narrow right-of-ways create less environmental disturbance. So this is suitable for lower impact installation like HDDs and plows. And our manufacturing process is less harmful than steel, leaving no epoxies or harmful resins in the air. And the long length reels allow for less trucking. So comparing a 4-inch pipeline cost steel to FlexPipe, you can expect a 20% reduction in the overall cost compared to the steel, as well as a 30% lower installation cost. And this is namely due to smaller crew sizes, less equipment, and faster deployment. This next slide highlights the difference in between a 4-inch steel pipeline and a 4-inch flex pipeline. As you can see in the pictorial, there are far less resources required for FlexPipe, and you only need about half as many people to install. There's also no X-ray requirements for FlexPipe, but X-ray is required for the steel line. Corrosion resistant is a huge benefit of FlexPipe, and it presents a significant operational cost savings. So for a 20-kilometer gathering line or gathering system, the chemical cost could be anywhere from $20,000 to $40,000 per year, and this is dependent on the chemical type and the batch frequency. So FlexPipe, we take pride in what we do, and we want to ensure that your product, your application fits our product. When you buy from FlexPipe, you're going to have a team of employees that are going to work on the success of your project from the very beginning. Every project that we do goes through an application review by one of our many applications engineers. And then after that project is approved, you'll work with a project coordinator to get the pipe, fittings, and technicians scheduled. We'll deliver the pipe. Our field technicians will show up, work with your construction crews to ensure proper deployment and fitting installation. And then once the job's complete, our PCs will work with you to return your equipment and any unused product. Moving on to our contractor training program. FlexPipe offers a very robust training program, and this consists of theory and hands-on in a controlled environment. And then we spend time out in the field doing supervised installs on your location. No contractors are signed off until FlexPipe personnel are certain that each and every contractor knows and fully understands all of the FlexPipe policies and procedures. Retraining is required annually, and we also do periodic assessments throughout the year on trained contractors, and this is to ensure that all procedures are still being followed. All trainees will learn about all aspects of FlexPipe, including the pipe composition, deployment, fitting, installation, as well as hydro testing procedures. Social and environmental impact. We take pride in reducing the environmental impact of using our products. With FlexPipe, you can expect less impact on the land, have a potentially smaller right-of-way, which helps with maintaining good relationships with landowners, which we all know can be trying at times. FlexPipe can also reduce the potential of on-site injuries. Our product has less pipe memory than other composite products, and smaller crews, less manpower, equipment, and logistics make the site less congested. And since there's no welding or cutting or grinding, there is a reduction in the potential of fire. So our standards and certifications, FlexPipe products are API 15S monogrammed to indicate that we meet rigorous manufacturing requirements, as well as API Q1 certified, and that confirms that FlexPipe undergoes and passes annual quality checks. Our plants are in compliance with ISO 9001-2015, CSA, and ASTM. This proving that our facilities adhere to international quality management standards as well as meet the standards for the American Society of Testing of Materials. So testing our products. Flexpipe goes through rigorous testing to ensure that they were safe, rugged, and reliable. We have numerous quality control checks set up in our manufacturing process, and this is to ensure that anything that's identified is rectified before it makes it out of the plant. All of our vendors undergo regular audits conducted in accordance with Flexpipe QC guidance, as well as they must provide us with raw material test reports. Each reel of pipe that we produce is tested at the very beginning and the very end of each reel via destructive burst testing. And this is to ensure that the reel has met all the quality and control requirements before being shipped out of the plant and to our customers. Pulse is our cloud-based digital tool, and this is designed to help the pipeline installation quality, traceability, and efficiencies. All of our technicians use this mobile integrity app in the field, and they enter quality data on both the product as well as the installation, including all GPS coordinates of your fittings. Our Flexpipe web portal allows the end user to track project cost, monitor project status, and promote contractor compliance. When the job is complete, the end user has a QA/QC package that includes all pipe run numbers, serial numbers, GPS coordinates of all the fittings, as well as the installation data. If this is something you're interested in hearing more about, my colleague Soman conducted a webinar last month on YouTube, and the link will be posted in the comments. The Flexpipe difference. Flexpipe is a continuous improvement company that strives to get better each day. With Flexpipe, you will get support from the very beginning of your project all the way through the end and any ongoing necessary support needed. With our Pulse portal, you'll have a cloud-based QA/QC record that shows the installation data and GPS coordinates of all the fittings in your system. With over 164 million feet of pipe installed around the globe, Flexpipe is a proven system that can help you save money on your next project. Well, this concludes the presentation portion of our webinar today, so I'm going to turn it back over to Heath for comments and questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. Great job. And thank you to all of our listeners for joining us today to learn the fundamentals of Flexpipe. Jason, we now have some time here for a Q&A session. And as a reminder to our listeners, please submit your questions using the Q&A panel within the toolbar of the webinar screen. Jason, the first question we have is, what is the approximate cost of the crimping machine?
So we have a couple of different sizes of crimpers. We have our products, or we have a crimp kit that can do a 2 through a 4-inch, and every piece you'll need for all of that size is in there. We also have a 5 and 6-inch crimp kit. So any 5 and 6-inch product, everything that you have will need to be in there, or will be in there. So for the 5 and 6-inch, we're looking at $495 a day. We also do offer monthly discounts if you do keep it out over a month.
Perfect. Next question we have, which of these applications require the HT pipe?
So the HT pipe is goes up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So if your fluid is operating over 140 degrees, we would recommend that you use the 180 degree Fahrenheit pipe, and that would be the application for that, Heath.
Perfect. What is the minimum installation temperature?
The minimum installation temperature. So the pipe itself is good to operate at negative 29 C. And somebody's gonna have to help me out with what that is in Fahrenheit. I know it's really, really cold. When it gets down that, we do have special installation guidance about heating the pipe and things of that nature. But we do have bulletins on all of that can help with that installation.
Yeah, I think we allow for installation, the minimum temperature pipe can be installed at is -13 F. After that, there's some, uh, other guidance that we have to follow. But the next question here, Jason, do you have any insight into how the maintenance costs compare with steel?
How the maintenance, how the pipeline maintenance?
Uh, I guess the maintenance of steel pipe versus the ongoing maintenance for flex pipe, I think is
Is what the
what
question
they're
is.
asking.
Yeah, so on the flex pipe, it is corrosion resistant. Our fitting is the only metallic piece in this whole pipeline. So I believe in the slide deck, just from chemical types and batch, frequencies, a 4-inch pipeline, you're looking at saving anywhere between 200 and I'm sorry, 20 and $40,000 a year on maintenance costs. And that's a 20-kilometer gathering system.
Understood. Perfect. Okay. Um, Next question. Are you working on sizes larger than 6-inch?
That's a great question. And up until about a month ago, I don't believe we're allowed to talk about this, but our CEO has talked about in our quarterly updates. So yes, we are. Our manufacturing plant outside of Dallas, we are currently working on the development and production of a 7-inch product as well as an 8-inch product.
Exciting stuff.
Yep.
How do I go about getting contractors trained?
That's another great question. My contact is right up here on the screen, jason.mccullough@matter.com. Anybody can feel free to reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction. If you are currently using Flexpipe, you can reach out to your account manager or your project coordinator, and they can help get you set up, help get your contractor set up for training. We have several excellent trainers in the U.S. as well as in Canada, and we're conducting contractor trainings almost on a weekly basis.
Great. Thanks, Jason. Next question we have, how long would it take to install 4 miles of pipe?
4 miles of pipe. That's a little bit of a loaded question, but I'll do my best to answer. So there's going to be a lot of variables in that. If you're installing 2-inch pipe, 4-inch pipe, 6-inch pipe, how many road crossings do we have? How many PIs? How many line crossings are there? Um, I was I was just actually visiting with one of our technicians here in the Permian last week, and so I can give you a pretty good example of something that's pretty close. They did about 3.5 miles of 3-inch pipe. He was telling me on the first day they did, I believe he said 7,000 feet, put some fittings on. The next day they did 11,000 feet and put some fittings on, and then had to come out the next day to put on just a couple more fittings. So, and that was roughly 3.5 miles. So he did say that if he could have got a better start on that first day, that they could have got all of that done in one day. So say 4 miles, I'd say he's probably roughly 2.5 days. You could get one installed.
Great. Thanks, Jason. Next question we have, what is the recommended hydro test procedure on FlexPipe's products?
Yeah, no, another great question. So in a nutshell, we're testing at 1.25 MAOP, maximum allowable operating pressure. So let's say we'll use a 301 product, which is our 750 psi product. There's a little bit of difference in the way different products get hydro tested. Ours is made out of high density polyethylene, so it's not rigid like steel. So when you first start hydro testing it, we want to get up to 625 psi on the 750 psi product, and we want to let that condition a little bit, and it's basically just getting that bore full, letting it condition. Once that does settle down, and it doesn't take very long, bump the pressure up, and we'll take that all the way up to 1.25 of 750, which is 938, I believe. You'll go up, 1 to 10% over that MAOP, and we'll do an 8-hour hold on that. And so that's how you hydro test our product.
Okay, great. Next question, I guess, is a good segue from the last, talking about the rigidity of our pipe versus steel. The question is, how flexible is your pipe?
That's another great question. We get that quite a bit, and each one of our product sizes has a minimum operational bend radius. So it's all in our installation guide. When our contractors are trained, they get this book, and it's our installation Bible. And so each one of our products has a different minimum operational bend radius. But for a 2-inch pipe, that's 4 feet. For a 4-inch pipe, that's 7 feet, and for a 6-inch pipe, that's 11 feet. And in a lot of cases, it's very flexible. In a lot of cases, with the proper planning, you can eliminate 45s and even 90s, by staying within this minimum operational bend radius.
All right, thanks, Jason. Got time here for a couple more questions, I think. How many feet are on a reel?
Yeah, and that's how many feet are on a reel. So again, that's really going to depend on the size of the pipe. So our 2 and 3-inch pipe are on 4-foot reels, so they're only 4 foot wide. So you can fit on a 2-inch reel, you can get about 3,800 feet on there. So you move on to our larger pipe. Our 6-inch pipe is on a 16-foot by 8-foot reel, and you can get roughly 1,150 feet on that. So, and the sizes in the middle are going to vary. With the 601 products or our 1,500 psi product, it has more material on it. Therefore, you can't put quite as much as you can as the 750 psi product. So it's a big variety, but anywhere from 1,150 to 3,800 feet.
Perfect. Last question, Jason. What is the cost of Flexpipe Pulse?
Right now, the cost of Flexpipe Pulse is nothing. We're working to get contractors to get signed up and to start using this. We do have several contractors in the U.S. as well as in Canada that we're rolling this out, and folks are seeing the benefit of it. And I don't know that it would always be free, but for the time being, it is. We actually just signed up another contractor in the U.S. last week, and so we'll work on getting those folks trained on how to use it. We've come a long way with the Pulse, the app and the web portal, and marketing team has just made it so easy to use now. So that's that's the answer to that one, Heath.
Appreciate you. Well, we've reached the end of the webinar. If you submitted a question and we didn't get to the answer today, one of our team members will reach out to you individually and get those questions answered for you. We appreciate you all attending. We hope you found it fun and informative, and we'll see you on our next webinar. Thanks for joining. See you soon.